Good morning. Is it morning? Might just be morning. Anyway, hello. Plan for today is I'm going to get the fish out for a pre-winter checkup and a measure, which I've not done since last year. So as you saw the other week, we are now covered. We're still at 21 degrees ish. We've got our blue bowl. Also, don't laugh, I've started running because cycling isn't enough in my life. I did park run today, more in support of Rebecca because she started running. So I said I'd go with her because I'm an athlete. I've pulled my calf and I've just snapped the tree, hit my head. I pulled my calf, so I'm a bit hobbly. No laughing. And we've also got a tape measure for this bowl. Got a big wide one because I'm old and blind, which I'm going to stick on. Look how wide that is. I think I got it from eBay. Easy to read numbers. Got the big numbers and the smaller numbers for the little bits, but I'm probably not going to need that much. I think the bowl's only a metre. So I'm going to get that cut and stuck on now. Then get some of the covers back. I'm going to get everybody out for a measure, and I'm going to take some scrapes. I did notice the other day the Soooooo, it looks like it's got a little bit of a sore on its tail, so I'm going to not give everybody a scrape, but get a few scrapes across the fish. Check some water parameters. I don't know if you know, but I don't check my water parameters week in, week out. I just check it when I feel there's a need to check it. I'll probably do it at least once a month. Definitely in the summer when there's a bit more food going in. But I haven't done it for at least a month, and not that I feel there's a need to, but I'm just going to check because why not? Easy enough to do. So as you saw, I'm still at 21 degrees. I've switched the food over to wheat germ a few weeks back now, and I'm going to start to turn the heat down depending on if there anything needs to happen to any fish or any treatments. We'll start turning the heat down now. The ambient temperatures of the world at the minute are, you know, 12, 13, 14-ish degrees at the minute. Some days are a bit warmer than others, some days are colder than others, but it's nice just to have the pond temperature has been settled with the heater. So if anyone needs treating or the pond needs a treatment, I'll keep the temp as it is. If not, we're at the end of October now. I'm going to start turning it down probably by the end of November, sort of a degree every other day, something like that. By the end of November we'll be down to probably, well, I'd like to be down to sort of 13, 14 degrees, and we'll hold that probably till the end of the year, start of January when it gets really cold, and then probably just turn it off like I did last year. Let the koi have a winter for a few months, no food, no heat, just let them survive, and then get the heat back on March, April to bringing it back up. Pretty much what I did this year. So yeah, I did overwinter the fish. Maybe not the best thing to do, but the heater does struggle a touch when it's freezing cold. I mean, it's on the edge of a near 3,000 gallon pond. I've got a Duratec 7 Plus, whatever it is. So it does some strange behaviour. It does struggle when the air temperature's cold. It does sort of freeze up a little bit, and it's on for the majority of the day, and I don't see there's really any need for that. If I'm not putting any feed in, there's no point in keeping it warm. We'll get them some cold, hopefully to improve the bodies for next year, so they say. Right, I'm going to get this stuck on. He wants to go in. What? I'm going to get that stuck on there, get my microscope set up, get the covers back, get some water. I might get another bowl actually, because if someone does need treating I'll need to put some sedate in it, and we'll see how we go. Right, see you in a minute. It's all set up, got my nets, 2 bowls, that one's got a bit of sedate in it, first aid box because I definitely think I'm going to need that. Obviously a bit more tricky because the covers are on. I'll just be patient. Quite nice actually because the temperature is 20.5 degrees in the pond, the water. Quite nice on the hands. Right, no particular order, just whatever I can fish out first. And then I'm going to overlay on the screen last year's measurements, and we can see how they're done. Wish me luck. I won't film it, it's going to be a bit stressful, but you know, need to be patient. So Adam Buyer Karashi slash Chag, was originally Chag, but we do like this because of the Fuka in. Look at that. 62 cm. No knocks or lumps on it. All looking gravy. All those sound that. What's that there? It's a little bit of carp pox. Decent bit of body on it. Not a massive grower, but you know, looks good. Put a bit more water in the bowl. Right, let's get it back, on to the next. There's another Adam Buyer fish, Kahaku, from a couple of years back I think. 61 cm. Got a bit of a knock on its shoulder here, or just beyond its gill plate, but it doesn't feel rough. I might just drop a bit of tamidine on it, just at the top here, but otherwise looking alright. Weirdly, a tiny bit of sumi appeared on its head 18 months ago, maybe a little bit more. That's faded now. Whether or not it's down to the temperature and it will come back, we don't know, but otherwise looking good. Yeah, you can just see a few red scales there. So I've got to transfer it to the other bowl so I don't mess this one up. Just pop a bit of tamidine on it, get a scrape as well, and then get it back in. Next! A Chiba, 56 cm. Definitely male. Gill plates are rough as out. Be interesting to see if it darkens up at all, but I think maybe, I think I've had it a couple of years now, 18 months, 2 years. It's not quite got the kind of robing that I would have liked, but you know, it's a chance you take. I mean, it was quite light when I bought it. I still like it. Sort of a reverse style pattern of a traditional achiever, if you like. Right, posing foot camera. So it's not done too bad. Can't remember when I got it, 30 odd cm, something like that. No marks or bits on this one. Did lose a couple of scales many moons ago on the back here, which are nearly grown back now. Right, next. He's not playing ball, but the big chag, which I managed to snare, huge body, male, a little bit of sedating there because he's going nuts, but 86, 87 cm, massive fish, well, for me, body's absolutely mammoth. He's not liking it. Nearly killed me getting him out. Quite difficult to measure. But yeah, near enough the length of the bowl. So yeah, I'm going to get him back. Big fish. He's not happy. We'll get him back. We'll take that as a measurement. 86/87. Right, there you go, lad. Kahaku not happy in the bowl. 78 cm, proper stressed out. Skin's gone to pot. I mean, it's not looking great in the pond. It did lose a load of scales down here in the summer. But nice big fish at 78 cm. Bit stressful getting them out. Big heavy fish with a bit of water in the sock. No bad. I think this one of those fish. It's done pretty much most of its growing now. I think this is its size. Maybe a little bit more body than last year. I can't, to be honest, can't even remember what it measured last year. We'll have a look. I'll, as I say, overlay last year's sizes. See how they have done. Right, get her back. On to next. Had buy a saggy, 65 cm. Now, I did have this out a while back. I can't remember how big it was, but I think it's grown since I last had it out. Doing brilliant. Loving the fish. I'm loving the Benny that It's finally starting to come through a year and a bit after getting it. Exactly what Adam said it would do. So he knows his line of a saggy whirl. So I think when I got it there was nothing. A very hint in a couple of places that there might be some Benny. Head's still clean as well. Long and lean. A bit happy with how it's done. Right, let's put him back. Probably change the water. I'm not sure how it's coming out on camera, but it is blooded somewhat from the kahaku. Get it back, change the water, and on to the next one. Obviously shower, 67 cm. Again, the skin's a bit down on this. I don't know whether heavy feeding, obviously stress of being netted as well, but I love this fish. Bought off a fellow hobbyist a couple of years back now, unfortunately when he closed down. But still doing alright. Again, male, not got a huge frame on it, but Soooooo is wicked. Benny's pretty good. Just the white Soooooo letting it down a bit, but cooler temperatures, a bit less feed, maybe it'll come back hopefully. Love it. And the depth of the Soooooo is crazy. Just look at it. Yeah, nice interesting fish that. Love it. Do like shower. Other than the white being down a bit, maybe a knock there, it could be from the net. Nothing else to report on it, good, no marks. It's looking like he's had enough, it's getting back. God, look at it. Ooh. .59 cm, adding by a kahaku. It's not a Sankey, that's a shimmy. Definitely kahaku. Mega stressed out. So the looking like a bag of bones on the white there. But yeah, decent body on it. Probably going to lose a bit of the Benny, if not all of it. But it's looking okay at the minute. This was joined here, and all of this round here is disappearing. Can't even remember what it looked like last year, but doing alright. Healthy fish, apart from being stressed as. Right. Back you go. Noriyama, 70 cm. Again, I had this one out not long ago for a check over and some scrapes. Excuse me. I think it's put on a little bit of size since then. Look at it. Amazing. Well happy with this fish. I had an absolute steal because I keep banging on about it. Had a cataract on its eye. This side. But you can hardly notice it. It hasn't bothered the fish at all. In fact, I did have this in a video probably 4 or 5 videos back now. If you didn't see that, I'll put it up here where I overlaid a picture of what it looked like when I got it and what it looks like now, because wow, Soooooo. Again, let's look at the depth of the sumi that it's got. Love it. Belly's nice as well. I mean, it still looks like there's some underline here, here, at the back. Made up with this fish. Love it. Right, off it goes back into the pond. Jag, 81 cm, and I know we're a weird old bunch, aren't we, koi keepers? The most sentimental fish in the pond. First fish I ever bought many years ago now. God knows how small it was. 50 quid it cost, so it was probably 20 centimetres, something like that. It's been with me thick and thin. She survived all of the issues that I've had over the years. Part of my massive bacterial issue many years ago, she lost a bit of her dorsal. But yeah, the most sentimental fish in here, Francis. If you've been here a while, you know her name. 81 cm. I've got to have had it. I can probably look back 8-9 years, something like that. I mean, for a fish this old, skin's still reasonably okay. A couple of odd little dark patches, but the head's nice and clean still. Yeah, I don't know whether she'll ever go. I think if I ever moved her on, I'd be in big trouble, even though no one else in the house really massively likes the pond. But yeah, sentimental value is high. Friendly fish, completely transformed the pond when I added her actually. Came straight in, even as a small fish, however big it was. Probably, I don't know, as I say, 20-30 centimetres, something like that. 50 quid, it's not going to be huge, but immediately hand fed and just chilled everyone out in the pond. Anyway, good job. Let's get her back. Again, if you've been here a while, you know this fish has got a name as well. This is Chubbs. Again, I was saying about Francis being sentimental. This fish I've got it on video since she was that big. 74 cm, and I've had it since it was about 15. I purchased a load of little chags to grow on when I had my inside grow on, and decided to keep my most favourite out of them all, and this is the one I kept. Huge frame. It's hard to get into camera how big the fish is, but yeah, always been a very light coloured fish, but again, friendly as out. Will eat all day long, never any bother. And just one of those fish that will probably always be around, won't it? Oh no, you can go back in a minute. Right, back in she goes. So whether or not you see this last, but this is the last one that I got out. Absolute psycho. I nearly gave up. It's never liked being netted. It's never liked the net in the pond. It's never liked me near the pond. It's just an aggressive little shit. Anyway, 67 cm. It's not happy at all. The skin, and that looks like it's knocked it, but that could be from the net. Got a couple of odd red scales, and it's got a little bit of mark there. And it's got that on the back of its tail. Yeah, I popped it in the bowl of sedate, which is there, and then chucked it straight in here. Let it come around a little before I get it back. Yeah, skin's proper down. It's clean underneath, but it's just sort of a hint of muck about it. Its skin, really. A couple of little marks on it. I've just done a scrape. This is the third or fourth scrape on fish I've done this afternoon. Nothing, I couldn't see anything on it. But my eyes are failing me because I'm an old bugger. Which is a shame because I really loved the head pattern on this fish, but he's just a mentalist. Looks like it's coming around a bit now, so I'm going to get it back in. Definitely male, because it's a complete mentalist and psychopath. Oh, so that's done. I'm still not sure. I'm just about to do some water checks now. I'm still not sure if there's something wrong with some of the fish. I don't know, as in definitely the Soooooo. I mean, there's no major marks to be concerned about, and I've not seen them flicking and flashing. You know when you just can't quite put your finger on something? Bit of weird behaviour maybe, I don't know. I feel like I've been put through the bloody ringer. That was hard work, especially with the bigger fish. Hats off to people that take big fish to a show. It's probably a two-man job, isn't it? Well, you'll know, not me. Because getting the bigger ones out, obviously with water, is hard work. So I'm going to put all of this absolute carnage and tidy all of this up. And then do some water checks and then get the covers back on. I actually took another one off because I couldn't reach, especially because of the Soooooo. It just knows, and it was right at the back of the pot. It was just going up and down the back, high up, low down. It's not stupid. But yeah, there's definitely something wrong with that fish, as in, not wrong, but it's a bit off. I don't know, can't put my finger on it. Maybe water tests will shed a little bit of light on it. And I hope you liked seeing all of the fish in a bowl. It's always good to have, I think, a bit of an end of year check up and measure. Well, I like doing it, just to see how well they've done or haven't done. Although I have noticed when the air was off, the big boy Frank was going chasing some of the girls round. We don't be needing that end of October, start of November, do we? Right, I'll catch you in a minute when I'm inside the filter house, getting some and doing some water checks. We'll see where we're at with that. See you in a minute. Oh, tidy that up as well now. Water test time. You'll have to excuse the noise. Hopefully I'm speaking loud enough. It's the shower. Probably teaching people to suck eggs, but if you're using the Hannah pocket check meter things, you need to make sure your little vial is clean of any smudges or dirt before you do your test. Little handy cloth from the local window cleaner. He's alright, he is, sometimes. So just going to do ammonia, nitrite, chlorine and pH. I've given up on that pH pen, I'll just use the drop kit. We'll do that, we'll then come back and assess the results. Hopefully they're okay, or not, I don't know. We'll see what we get. Back to you in a minute. As it turns off, chlorine 0, should have done that way sooner, but I haven't. That's still ticking down, and that's got 2.5 minutes as well. Bear with me, I'll be back. Right, let's look in here. I think I know the problem. Ooh, slippy. Well, there we go. There's hardly any food, and I bet when I picked it up there wasn't any in the chute. So that's why I've not been getting any food. And I bet, where's the, well, I know there is because I picked some out a minute ago. In there is gammy. When I picked it up, a big block of them that were all stuck together fell out. So ammonia 0 probably definitely means no food going in. So I haven't been keeping my eye on the feeder. God knows when that run out. But I'm going to turn the feed amounts down now. They're getting 12 feeds a day, with every other feed being 2 bars on the feeder scale. Can't remember what that is. I've got it written down. And every other one being 1 bar. So I'm going to turn that down now to just do probably every hour, 1 bar. I don't need a ton of food now. It's only wheat germ, so it's maintenance, isn't it? And that'll allow me to start turning the temperatures down whilst keeping the fish entertained with a bit of food and saving me some money. So I think I can remember how to do it. And clean it up and top it up. Six in the morning, 8, 10, yeah, look. That's it. Every other hour, not every hour. 6 in the morning, 8 in the morning. Okay, so it's every other hour. And then every other time is 2 bars, not every hour. So I'm going to change that now to every other hour, but just 1 bar. And then turn that down. Probably take the early one off first, then the late one off. I could do that by hand when I get up and then when I go to bed. And then take them out completely. And then just leave some middle feeds when I'm out and about in the day, work. To eventually no food. Poor fish. Right, sort that now. So here we go. This is the new feeding regime. Feed 1, 8, 10, 12, 2, 4, 6, and then I'll do an early, if need be, I'll do an early and a late if I want to do that. 1 bar on each feed. I can't remember how much that is. 38 grams, something like that. I've got that written down. Go and have a look. And meat. Water should be done. Absolutely soaked as well, by the way. I've put on these scabby joggers and my waterproof work shoes. I'm soaked from earlier. Anyway, right. There we go. So 20, that was 0, and completely 0 because obviously there's no food. 20 is what I down there. And I've written in the back of my book somewhere. Here we go, feeder amounts, 1 bar. That doesn't make sense, does it? .28 gram is 1. There we go. Look, here we go. 28 grams is 1 bar. So they're going to get 8, 10, 12, 2, 4, 6, 6. 150 grams ish a day, and it's wheat germ, so it's no major growth feed. Anyway, so my water parameters are fine. I was just investigating beforehand, 0 ammonia, and 20 on that I believe is very good. 60 odd, so I'll just jot it down on here. I'm talking about how rubbish I am with doing my water test. The last one was July, when I had that going on, 0.19 ammonia. I think that's when I changed food and hadn't changed the feeder amount and weighed it out. to the higher protein stuff. Okay, so that's where we're at. That's where we're at. I need to remember to put some food in the feeder, don't I? I have got a bucket of, yeah, tons of food in there. I'm going to top that up, put it back. Go inside, get a cup of tea, get dry. Got cake to eat. Finished tidying this little bits and bobs in here. That's it for this week and this video. Few things I do need to sort in the very, very near future because it's peeing me off, which will be coming soon, is this goddamn tap and the big blue which is leaking. Look at all the water I'm wasting. It's not like tons, but I don't need a massive puddle of water in here, do I? No. And it's even down there. So that's got to be sorted. And then some other bits and bobs throughout the winter. Well, you might even be seeing this midwinter. I'm being a bit naughty and holding out, aren't I? So thanks for watching. Thanks for being there when I killed myself getting all the fish out and getting them measured up. And I will catch you maybe next week. I don't know. I think at this point, October, you won't be seeing these till maybe the new year in 2025. So if I can get some more stuff filmed, I will. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch you soon. Love ya. Bye. Although I said bye, I've not gone. Just taken the bottom of the feeder out. Look at that! Mouldy, crappy food. So I'm going to clean that up. This is bye. See you later.